Some free online tools for your investing journey.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
What's up and welcome back to Noob Investor. My name's Eric, the #1 noob, and as I said, we're going to be going over some free online tools that you can be using to help yourself out on your journey, especially if you're a dividend investor. Real quick, before I show you these things, remember I am by no means any kind of financial advisor. I am a noob, so do your own research and make your own decisions when it comes to investing. And also, I do want to say thank you guys. We passed 50 subscribers, and that is freaking awesome. Thank all of you who support my videos, comment on my videos, like my videos, and I hope you guys continue to like them over time. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to it. Okay, so the first website we're going to be going to today is Yahoo Finance. This is the website I like using primarily for looking at a company's balance sheet. Let's go ahead and look one up right now. This is the main page of Yahoo Finance. Let's just look up Apple. I like using Apple for an example just because everybody likes Apple for the most part and they're just a good company, so why not? You at least have heard of them. So here we are on the Apple page. As you can see, it has all kinds of data you can look at on here, but what we're looking for is the balance sheet. So we go to financials, and in financials, you also have income statement and then balance sheet. You click that. Bam. And then I'm not sure why it's all collapsed, but you can click this and you can see the entire breakdown of everything in their balance sheet. So this is something very important to look at to make sure a company is strong, especially if you're investing in them for the long term. If you don't know how to read a balance sheet, I'm not going to go over all that right now, but I have talked about it in a previous video, so you can go ahead and click the link I'll put at the top of this video right now and watch that if you're interested. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Yeah, so here we are, one of my favorite websites, trackyourdividends.com. Heck yeah! I know I've talked about this in multiple videos, but it's just a freaking awesome website. If you aren't using it, I would definitely consider it. There are free features and there are features that you will have to pay for if you want all the features, but either way, it's something to consider. I'm going to show you some of the stuff right now that you should be using. So up here at the top, you'll see the free tools tab. So if you go ahead and sign up right now, you will get the free tools tab like for nothing, so you don't have to pay anything. You get all of this stuff right here, so you can see the diversification of your portfolio. Bam, you get all of this, so the breakdown of all your sectors as well as all your individual stocks. Like I said, I've made a video about this before, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. I'll put a link up here as well. With the free tools, you also get upcoming dividends, so you'll see that here. You get future value. This is pretty awesome, I know. You get portfolio history, portfolio alerts if you want to be alerted, and then dividend payments, so it's showing you all your previous payments here. Bam. So let's go ahead and go into what is not free, and that's going to be the stock analysis here. So once again, let's go ahead to Apple. So here we are on the Apple analysis page. So here you'll get the current price, the forward dividend yield, annual payment, and the payout ratio. And then you have your PE analysis, price to book analysis, dividend history, and dividend safety, which is very important if you're a dividend investor. So there you go, 93 on that, solid. Then you have the stock popularity, and that's popularity within this website, people using it. So let's say you don't want to make an account with trackyourdividends.com, even though I don't see why you wouldn't for at least those free tools, but that's your choice. You do what you want to do, you do you. So, but you're still going to want to figure out a little bit of the safety of your dividends. So a good website to use is Seeking Alpha. So here on Seeking Alpha, we'll look up Apple again, just because that seems to be the consistency here today. Then here you're just going to go over to dividends. And as you can see, we can see a dividend summary. You get the dividend yield, the annual payout, payout ratio, 5-year growth rate, and that the dividend has been growing for 7 years. You also get things like the ex-dividend date, which is awesome, and the dividend frequency quarterly. So this is definitely some good stuff to be looking at if you're a dividend investor. And then we go over to dividend history. Is very important. I don't have an account, so that's why it has this annoying bar here at the bottom. That didn't used to be there, so I'm not really sure why, but whatever. It's probably because I don't have an account. So here we can look at the dividend history, same as we did on Track Your Dividends, and you can see here that they are doing well. Well, let's say you're like, okay, well, it's nice if I know I want to invest in Apple to look up the details, but what if I don't know what stocks I want to invest in? Well, one way to do that is, to look up on Google, watch YouTube videos. And I'm not saying invest in the companies that they're recommending, but use those companies as a point to research. If someone's recommending Apple, then you do your research on Apple and make that decision for yourself if you want to invest in it. That's one way to go about it. If you want to go ahead and go just straight up looking for stocks on your own, then here's a website for you. This website here is called FinViz, as you can see, and I'm going to have links to all these websites below just so you know. If you want to look up for a stock, you just got to click Screener. Here, you can make all the details for your perfect dream stock, okay? So, if you want a large, cap, whatever cap stock you want, you can put there. You can put index, dividend yield. So, if you're a dividend investor, this is something you might want to look at. So, you can put over 3%, look at that. It'll start limiting right away. Let's say we pick a sector, let's just go financial. Bam, starts limiting again. You can even break down an industry. Let's go banks. So as you can see, it broke it down so that we can see the banks that have over 3% dividend yield in the financial sector. So yeah, that's it. And you can break it down further. I just kept it simple, but that's one way to look for some stocks on your own. Another good feature to this website that I like looking at is the maps. Right here we are on the S&P 500 map. This is really the one I always look at, especially when the market is alive, because I like to see what is in the green, what is in the red. So as you can see, as it was last updated, most of the market is in the green. We have some red here in the entertainment section, Facebook. It's just kind of a cool tool to look at to see maybe you want to add a position in something that's having a red day, or vice versa. If you see a company that's exploding and you have FOMO, then go for it and take the risk. I don't recommend, but do what you want to do. So the next website we're going to be talking about is one that is really useful, especially if you like investing in ETFs, because it's going to help you prevent too much overlap within your ETFs. So here we are on ETFRC.com, the ETF Research Center. All you have to do is put in something for Fund 1, which I already had written some stuff earlier. So there's SCHD, a dividend ETF that I personally have. And then VOIM is a Vanguard dividend ETF as well. So you can find overlap. So as you can see here, we have 75 overlapping holdings. 75% of SCHD's 101 holdings is also in VYM. So based off this, you would probably not want to be investing in both of these, just because honestly a 75% overlap is a good portion of the fund. But down here you can also get more breakdowns of how much weight of different companies are actually in each ETF. So you may consider investing in two that do have overlap. If one still primarily puts more of their weight in different companies than the other one, then it can still be beneficial. But at the end of the day, it's just an awesome tool to see the overlap in your ETFs and consider maybe dropping one of your ETFs or not investing in a certain ETF before you even get started. Just because you don't want to have too much overlap, invest in the best of the best in your opinion. And that is it. That is all the free tools I wanted to show you here today. Is that all the tools I ever use? No, I use other stuff, random stuff all the time, but these are some of my favorites I like using a lot. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I'm not posting as consistently as I was before, but I should be getting back to it soon. Alright, peace out.